fertilize thy weeds. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, say no good body, girl, let me take away ourselves. Take away ourselves. No good body, girl, let me take away ourselves.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. This is yours truly, Franco, along with,
Flavius.
and today we are doing what we call Caribbean Hot Topics. So in the meantime, if you're having your favorite drink, whether it's your tea, your coffee, whatever beverage you decide to drink this morning, we hope you are enjoying it as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we take you through this Real Stuff podcast.
This is your very own sports, music, and lifestyle podcast with Flavius and Franco. Welcome.
Sweet rain, Johnny, when we're on the waist. Teacher, yeah, the same is a big disgrace. Certain girl, them have my name all over the place. Give them a chance, then we take a taste.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love
Everywhere the girl them a wine up. When they see how we line up, and it's a bubble pan the rhythm.
Bubble up, bubble up. Bubble up, bubble up.
Saturday night, everybody feeling right. Breaking loose in the dance hall tonight. Let me tell all the man them say, all the girl them a look up for Johnny. Why you wear so clean like a gig? Whoa, the body just a roll, roll. Johnny in control. Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Every girl them a wind up when they see how we line up in the suburbs on the rhythm.
Bubble up, bubble up. Bubble up, bubble up.
Can't tell mommy, can't tell daddy. Tonight I'm gonna be with my Johnny. I don't care what the girl them say. All I want is to hug and to kiss and to play. Why you wear so wiggling like a gig? Whoa, the body just a roll, roll. Johnny make me lose control. Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Every girl them a line up when they see how him wind up in the suburbs on the rhythm.
Bubble up, bubble up.
Keep on bubbling. Johnny, be good tonight. What for Johnny, Johnny, make me feel alright. Saturday night, everybody feeling right. Breaking loose in the dance hall tonight. Let me tell all them man them say, all the girl them a look out for Johnny. Why you wear so wiggling like a gig? Whoa, the body just a roll, roll. Johnny in control. Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Every girl them a wine up when them see how him line up in the suburbs on the rhythm.
Bubble up, bubble up. Bubble up, bubble up.
Bubble Bubble with Johnny, the music of Sharon Forrester. Flavius, what's going on?
I can tell you that the place is very, very, very tranquil and quiet. I'm hearing that something gonna pass by us between today and tomorrow.
Something as in what? What form?
Some weather system. Some weather system.
Oh, weather.
So people are wondering if it will still be here on Thursday and will it dampen the I doubt that very much. We had some very serious rain last night. It subsided this morning and we have sunshine outside now.
Okay. So at least the internet strong though.
Yeah, man, the internet is good. You see, it's a many-sided thing, you know. Because sometimes you hear that the internet is not doing so well. Is because sometimes because the charge on the phones have gone down.
Okay.
Well, like no, they are fully charged.
Get fully charged, but me get
So the idea here
some sporadic in and out with you, you know. Some sporadic.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. The phones are well charged and everything is working. Working, so
okay.
We should be all right. Well, it should be okay.
Yeah, let's hope so. Okay. So you want to go straight into what in your cup this morning? By the way, what's in your cup?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
I haven't decided what yet, but it's probably going to be some herbal tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of stuff we can talk about, little things we can chit chat about, and stuff we can remind people about. So we want to go into your Did You Know? You know, so let them know the Did You Know is brought to you courtesy of Slowly Jamaica, your event planner, one people, one Caribbean. Take it away, boss.
Yeah, good morning again, listeners, viewers. Okay, we are still on the Uniquely Caribbean, and today we're going to move on to, for the rest of the week anyway, we're going to move on to what I would call some beauty spots in the Caribbean. Some places that we recommend that you visit sometime in the future, sometime after, or we could say, COVID permitting. The Caribbean has hidden lagoons, staggering mountains, European-inspired architecture. The Caribbean 7,000 plus islands offer so much more than just gorgeous beaches, although it certainly doesn't suffer in that department. We have some really exquisite beaches. And while many of the islands were battered by the 2007 hurricane and traveled to other islands, Aichua has been modeled by travel bans, the region is still one of our favorite places to visit on the entire planet. And these are words from the now. Candy Nass Traveler. Okay, so we're going to go into this part one and goes on. The Bath, Virgin Gorda. Virgin Gorda is the third largest of the Virgin Islands, with natural beauty covering virtually all of its 8.5 square meters. Pretty small, but pretty large. The island offers quiet beaches and coves and flora-filled national parks, perhaps the prettiest and probably most popular attraction in the Virgin Islands is the Baths, a seaside area where huge granite boulders form scenic saltwater pools and grottos. So that's in the Virgin Islands, and this is the third largest of the Virgin Islands, and it's very, very scenic. A lot of sea. Les Salenes, this is Martinique. The relatively large island of Martinique belongs to France, making it feel even more far away and exotic as you put your French skills and euros to good use. And with beaches like Las Salinas, located just south of St. Anne, the island also happens to be one of our favorites for sand and surf. The pristine white sand at Les Salinas stretches on for miles, while palm trees line the shore and provide plenty of shade for those hoping to stay for the entire day. So you can sit in the sand under the palm trees, and the sea is right at your feet. So you can get a dip, come back out, have a snack, and it's really, really nice, really, really beautiful. Golden Eye, Jamaica. Many people use Jamaica as their entry into the Caribbean, and we have a feeling Golden Eye, one of our favorite small resorts in the world, might have something to do with that. Once home to James Bond's creator Ian Fleming, the property now boasts lovely trees, gentle sloping sands, and a bewitching turquoise sea for everyone to enjoy. These views are best enjoyed with a cup of Blue Mountain coffee on your veranda. And I might add, you could add some Jamaican rum to that, and you get a totally different feel, taste, and feel when you do a Golden Eye, very, very famous place in Jamaica. Well, we have spoken about this one before in depth, so we just go over it very quickly. The Pitons, really a sight, St. Lucia. The scenery of St. Lucia can be summed up in one jaw-dropping sight. A duo of striking spikes known as the Pitons. The two volcanic peaks, Gros Piton and Petit Piton, are the most iconic landmarks on St. Lucia, and visitors can enjoy them in a variety of ways. An absolute bucket list experience has to be actually hiking the mountains, an activity which takes the better part of a day. If you prefer to keep your feet at sea level, throw a towel down at Sugar Beach, set dynamically and conveniently between the two pitons. Stingray City, the Cayman Islands. And I'm seeing some stingray in the water here. If it's pristine beaches you're after, look no further than the Cayman Islands Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Little Cayman, which have some of the best stretches of sand in the entire Caribbean. But some of the island's best sites are actually found under the water surface. Just past those white shorelines, make sure to pay a special visit to Stingray City off the Grand Cayman to snorkel with the rays in shockingly clear water.
The space is another little heaven.
Okay.
West.
I'll give you one more for today. Carry Elise, Des, Salis, or Les Saints. Terra Leone is the largest of the islands and is almost like a miniature Rio de Janeiro, with incredible beaches and mountains tucked into 2 square miles. Make sure to check out the reefs, rich with marine life, of the Pain de Sucre Sugarloaf Beach and climb up the 170-foot Sugarloaf Hill for a once-in-a-lifetime photograph. So that's our first set of this taking of beauty spots around the Caribbean. Uniquely Caribbean. Take it away, Franco.
Pulsating, vibrating, reggae, reggae, reggae. There is sky, rock, a steady mental, a quadrillion, a kumina, kumina, kumina. You can fill your belly with a coconut jelly, mango, papa, cane and guinea. There's ackee and a saltfish and a roast yam and banana. Curried goat and a managed water. The Sunday special if you like a revival. Catholic, Baptist or Pentecostal. The house of Jah is there, have no fear. Walk right ahead and get your share. I'm walking on sand. I'm holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. A homeland, my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. My own homeland.
Did You Know brought to you courtesy of Uniquely Caribbean and Slowly Jamaica. I'm going to give you a new track this morning from an artist named Deaky Spliff. And this one is What About the Poor?
Not road for the poor who cry, for the unfortunate. Levels, never give up in the struggle. I feel it. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the system ignore from ceiling to floor. What about the poor? What about where the government ignore, from the sky to the shore. Side of the freeway, to give them little leeway. Who put them in this meal? For the poor, me pray. For a brighter tomorrow, for every youth way in a sorrow. Boats of the Mamugaro, lightning in the marrow. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the system ignore, from ceiling to floor. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the government ignore, from the sky to the shore. Single mother, 5 children, yet the glad she never killed them. With bare love she a feel them, because Selassie I build them. Rastafari. What about the youth when not place for sleep? What about the youth when have no food for eat? What about the youth when have no shoes on them feet? I check it on the cold concrete. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the system ignore, from ceiling to floor. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the government ignore, from the sky to the shore. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the system ignore, from ceiling to floor. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the government ignore, from the sky to the shore. Side of the freeway, to give them little leeway. Who put them in this meal? For the poor, me pray. For a brighter tomorrow.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
Boats of the Mamugaro, lightning in the marrow. What about the poor? What about the poor? Where the system ignore, from ceiling to floor. What about the poor? What about the poor?
What about the poor? What about the poor who have been ignored? The music from Deaky Spliff.
It's a big question, that is it. It's a big question.
Yeah, poverty a go on bad in the world upon poor people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And no one seems to be addressing it, you know. Nothing
No,
is being
sir.
addressed. And it's not only, well, I say it's not only in the Caribbean. It's all over
No,
the
man.
world. None of
Yeah.
these heads of government address. You know, I think it was in the 2000. I'm gonna say 2004 to 2008. Yes. From actually, yeah, from the 2000 during the Son Bush administration, they had a
Yeah.
thing, they had a panel where they used to address poverty in Africa, and each country was supposed to make a contribution, and they were expecting the U.S. to put up like at least $10 billion, which they didn't want to put up so much. But I know a member from the U2 band was also on that board. So
Okay.
I'm now that I hear this song, What About the Poor, I'm gonna check it out to see what did become of that. What did become of that panel that they set up at the time? Because I know they had some big concert in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep some big concert in Europe and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You
Some
remember
years
that?
now, I remember that.
Yeah, so we don't hear nothing after
Yeah,
that,
man.
you know? Yeah, we don't hear nothing
No.
after that. So, Courtney, I big it up, so wicked lyrics and things
Yeah,
like
man.
that. So, I mean, things like these, it have to come back on the forefront, so it can be addressed. And you notice politicians now, when them not talk about poor people either, them talk about middle class. That's the
Yeah,
rich,
and politicians are loving COVID, because them just pass everything on to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them not looking about any other thing. It's just COVID them talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
The thing
that's
is COVID.
you remember early in the beginning when it started, everybody was saying COVID is a distraction for what is going to come.
Yeah.
So we still,
It is.
we still have to keep our eyes open because
Well,
there's
my
some.
eyes are open because
Mm,
I don't trust them at all.
yeah, the U2 bandman was Bono, because I know
Yeah.
they put on some big concert, but there was a
Yeah,
big
man.
dispute with the
Yeah, man.
US.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, there was a big dispute with the US and that because people were saying, I mean, you guys can put in the bigger bulk,
Yeah.
but I know it was some billions they wanted actually, like some 10 billions, but
Hmm.
go and see what happened. Go and see what
Yeah.
happened about that, with all of this. So now that election is on the move, both in
Now that
both in Jamaica
now
and
that,
in the US.
now that September is here because September is really starting the year. So let's see what happens.
Hey, and September is the month also that the US when it's an election, a presidential election, it get intensify as it reach Labor Day.
Yeah, yeah,
So next week will be Labor Day, and that
yeah.
is when both candidates start push.
Oh, yeah,
Major pushes.
yeah.
So a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on, and then we have somebody had a conversation a while back when I first got I think you get it also to that document that was passed in Barbados Assembly,
Yeah, yeah,
and it was about Black Lives Matter.
yeah.
And I was discussing it with a friend of mine who said to me, this is what this is what the conversation was about. If we notice, right, nobody hear anything from Jamaica, not saying anything about Black Lives Matter.
About anything else, yeah?
And I was saying it never came to my thought. So
Yeah,
no,
man.
so Jamaica no say nothing about the Black Lives Matter. What? Only Africa, Jamaica talk about. So let me ask you, what is the word in the street?
I don't hear a thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jamaica is so sidetracked because of the corner election
Mm-hmm.
that has actually pushed everything away.
Mm-hmm.
Everything away from normal things that we would normally do. Everybody is gearing their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is gearing their stuff about the election.
Okay.
And I must tell you, they had a poll sometime in June, July,
Mm-hmm.
that the JLP was leading by 16 points.
Mm-hmm.
But they had one a couple of days ago. But before the debate,
Mm-hmm.
and that came back last night. And JLP is still leading.
Mm-hmm.
But in that period, that 1 month period, they gained 1 point and the PNP gained 5.
And
So,
so it's still double
yeah,
digit. It's still double digit.
yeah, but that don't matter. What matters is that the things are changing where the PNP is coming, is gaining more traction than the JLP.
Mm.
And I am pretty sure if they did one like today,
Mm-hmm.
you would find that the PNP would have got more since the debate.
Mm.
So on Thursday, poll wise, not absolute poll, but poll wise, you'll find it a lot closer than it was in June. But my personal opinion is that it won't be a close election. And it's not as close as the last one.
Is somebody get blown out?
I mean, based on what is happening, it would show that it would be becoming a very close one. But I have a gut feeling that whoever wins will win by 6 or more seats.
Okay.
6 or more seats.
You have a gut feeling. I never like the gut feeling, you know.
Yeah, man, gut feeling is always good.
No, sir. Gut feeling bad.
No, man.
Very bad. I'm telling you. Very bad.
No? Very good.
Very bad
that's
gut feeling.
That's the only thing you can depend on, you know.
Your gut?
Or you feel, yeah.
No,
what you, yeah.
I don't go by gut feeling. I've seen people you say use gut feeling and make some bad decision.
Yeah, because to them gut bad.
So I learned from them thing there. You know, the gut feeling business.
No, man, I am pretty sure that somebody will win by about six seats or more.
All right.
Pretty sure.
Have some faith in the process.
No. My process, as you know, my process is serious deductions. Serious deductions.
Well, you say true. Most of what most of the information I'm getting from what's happening on the ground in Jamaica. I'm not going by the news. I'm on the ground in Jamaica. It's totally different from what you're saying. You know. The only part of it that's, you know, it's like somebody going to win big for true, you know? Somebody's going to win big. But most people I talk to favor the incumbent, you know?
That's an easy way out, you know, that's an easy way out because they are in government and they seem to be looking good. They started out with the COVID and did a very good job. But then they fall flat on the face.
Hey, you know what happened? I'm going to tell you something back in 2004 presidential election in the US. The vice president then at the time was a guy named Dick Cheney. And they had the vice presidential debate. And his thing to, like them say, each candidate have a minute for talk. And during his closing remarks, he was saying, well, everybody see right now, you know, that we are in 9/11, you know, fighting terrorists and this and that. And the man said, oh, let me ask you something. Right now, some of you might be uncomfortable. Some of you might, you know, be happy with you know, what we're doing. But do you really want to switch government at this time, knowing that you're going to have to root up everything, and these guys might have to start all over, might miss some of the things that we put in place for give them a chance to come in and be the government and get another hit? That alone kind of swing things into their favor.
So that is where Andrew Oler got that from, because that is the exact statement he made during the debate.
So
word for word.
So people look at those things, you know. People look at those things and say, man, started out good. Yeah, go on. I mean, I remember when this thing started, he had predicted, so the number's going to be bigger than what it is now. So for it to reach this stage, it's nothing compared to what he had predicted. So you never know.
Let me tell you how I do my analysis. I don't use sentiment or party sentiment. A lot of people you're probably talking to, they'll be looking at the party thing or looking at oldness and unpopularity or whatever. I am looking on how many seats is there a possibility change.
And why you say a possibility change?
A possibility of change.
Yeah,
That
why?
means that the person who is now there and the party who is now there will lose. The possibility of them losing.
And it's what, based on the constituency, or what you hear coming out of the constituency?
Constituency by constituency.
Based on what you hear coming out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm based on the whole dynamics, like who is running.
Are not the same candidates, them too? Some of them are the same candidates, right?
Yeah, but most of them are candidates that are new. That means an old candidate retire or something like that, and they put in new people.
From both parties, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it don't really matter to me who win, you know. Honestly, it don't really matter to me which side win. It's just,
But it can't matter.
it's just the
It can't-
policy. It's just a policy. We need, some of the things that need to change from both of them side. I'm really looking at.
What I don't seem to understand, on Friday morning, we will have a government. We will not have a PNP government or a JLP government. We'll have a government. So Thursday is when the party thing is. Friday we should move away from the party line and move to the Jamaican line. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
So when you become government, you are government for all the people in the country, irrespective of who they support or who they voted for. And everything you put in place, you put this in place for everybody. So we have a few more days to be singing our party songs and all of that. But come Friday morning, when the election is, or Friday sometime when the election is declared, we're supposed to have a Jamaica government.
Polling station close what time Thursday?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
Yeah. Now, yesterday I voted to confirm that everybody can vote, including positive COVID patients. And they have protocols for that.
So still,
But I'm not sure if the protocol is adequate.
so still nothing about the ink for you.
Nothing
In there for you. So I guess that one that asked the gone through the barn already.
No, not necessarily, because if them they allow COVID people to vote, them definitely cannot let them vote with the same ink.
So hold on. The COVID people, them, how are they going to vote and how are they going to be identified?
Well, these people are people in isolation and quarantine and whatever.
So hold on. If they're in isolation, that means they have to go to them.
Or them carry them to the stations.
Yeah. Them have a set up a station wherever they are.
Whatever, yeah.
I don't think they're going to bring them at the station. I don't think they're going to bring them at the polling station. Maybe outside, somewhere outside of it.
that can cause another problem.
Exactly. So I doubt if them are
Now,
going
some of them I don't want to go in. If COVID people person going before you, you might decide to you're not going to go in.
Mm.
I don't know. But what I'm saying, there must be a consideration for the Inc. if they are allowing the COVID people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably should have some mobile voting units where they can go to some people and make them vote. But I don't know exactly how them plan. Why them talking about special clothes and masks and gloves and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the gloves can work with the ink because you can't dip your glove finger in the ink. That don't solve the problem that they want to solve with the ink.
Mm.
I think they have not thought through this properly.
I have a Caribbean story for you coming out of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
a diasporian said that she traveled to Jamaica and she's upset about being scorned. She said
Because she have COVID?
no. She came down for her father's funeral. And as a
He
non-resident,
died of COVID?
I don't know. She just said she came down for the funeral. She don't mention nothing about no COVID. She just saying the neighbors now, who usually keep the keys for them, right? They call the neighbor ahead of time and let the neighbors them know that they were coming to pick up the key. So when she got there, them barely cracked the window and push out the key to them. So
yeah, that means the father died of COVID.
oh, okay, so so she very upset about it,
Even if he did not die of COVID, they think that he died of COVID.
Yeah, and then most of the people them afraid for the foreign people them coming into. Don't know if
Oh, that's another. That's another thing.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
don't know if them coming with anything, Them say the people them just crack the window and just push out the key, give them and
they're probably not taking a chance with nobody from America. I know where in.
Nowhere else because England no close the border for Jamaicans coming there. Yeah.
No.
Yes, it was.
I know
a dancing or something that Jamaicans traveling to England is not.
I know that.
And even your minister.
What I know is
the
that
minister made a statement like that too.
What I know is that after Sterling went back to England, immediately them say anybody coming from Jamaica have to go into quarantine. Because apparently him slipped through the crack. Because that wasn't law when he came back.
I don't slip through the crack, because them found out that UCN had the virus. And yes, and I really slip through the crack.
Yeah, man, him slip because they weren't prepared for it. They weren't prepared for it,
They found out when he came back. Because I word circulating that he went to Bolt party.
Yes.
I remember Bolt have a place in England there. So he's big in England.
That's why they change the law immediately and say anybody coming from Jamaica have to go into 2 weeks quarantine.
And Jamaica don't still have that too, right? Anybody coming from the US have to go in quarantine still.
Yeah, US and
I think you have to bring that.
That is a problem.
Document.
No, that is a problem. No, that is a problem in Jamaica, The people them come to Jamaica and them give fictitious address
and information.
And when them come, them no quarantine them go about them business. Now, there's also something that them call geofencing. Them put a thing by your phone so them can know where you are.
If them leave the phone at home.
Yeah, me not see what kind of football thing them about put thing on people's phone, like the phone and tie up on them.
Well,
The people them just turn down, leave them phone at home and go and party.
I know them alone have it still in other countries have it as well.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all about
So
trust.
it's been happening. It happened in Korea too. There was a guy who got tested and they put it on his phone. And him leave the phone and go and party. Actually, no, he was out partying with the phone. And it started to beep and they track him down. And instead of keep him in the house, them came and center, put him under quarantine and charge him as well.
What they're doing apart from that, now they're actually visiting the homes. And when them go there, nobody don't know the person.
It's a open lot. I used to went to one of them is a open lot. I said, what? Oh my gosh.
So these people are just tricky.
It's happening all over the world. All over the
No.
world, boss.
Most of the cases is funeral. A man need to come to a funeral. He need to come 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before so he can quarantine and then go to the funeral. Now, a man who's working in the US or Canada or one of these places, he now have 3 weeks to spare.
Them
From the day before.
Them people that shouldn't even come. Honest.
And go to the funeral.
You shouldn't even come.
And leave the day after. But funeral can't keep it out them come, boss. Don't do nothing till me come. Don't do nothing till me come.
You know, say a lot of people buried.
But I know. Here's the other problem now we have. The man another problem now, you know. The Prime Minister say, no funeral. But you can have burial. People protesting now, so them want for them dead going to church. You can't put them down without them get blessing in a church. Yeah.
You can get blessing anywhere, man. Outside the burial ground, anywhere. It doesn't matter. What
Them
matters
say them want them people.
it now make no
And the
changes.
man say no church.
Because where them going,
No
nobody
church.
knows. It now make no changes.
Yeah, but
That's why I'm about to tell you that there's a lot of people buried, and not even wait I said maybe just the immediate family or 2 members from the family had was to be there, and that's it. Some people
Well,
don't even
that
get a
is-
proper burial.
you know, you bury people.
So for them to be fussing over that, I understand, yes, because I don't have no one in at the time, in that situation. But give and take, if you get the opportunity where you can have 4 or 5 family members there, it's better than none. Because some people them just dig a hole and put them in. It's better than none.
Well, them have about, I think them have about 9 because it's 15 in all, including the clergy and the grave people. So it's 15. So you work out to be about 8 or 9 family. But them say that can't pass. But I will be watching and see what happened, what really transpired on Thursday. So all the different logistics were to be in place. Because I remember say, you have ordinary people, you know. You have people quarantine at home.
Mm-hmm.
You have people under quarantine at government places. You have people under isolation.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the full-fledged COVID people. There are 5 different set of people.
Mm-hmm.
What will be the logistics be to manage all of that properly? The good news is that the electoral office said that they are treating the election as if every Jamaican has COVID. But them still don't explain what that means. Still don't explain what that means.
So it means
And I'm not,
you not voting then.
no,
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
This is the first time I have reached the situation. I've voted every other time that I vote.
Alright, see it here.
But
It just stated here. Jamaica pulled from the British foreign exempt list. So they were on the list.
come on.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I I really don't understand the short sightedness
Mm,
of this ink thing. Because like I say, I've heard a news item where they were speaking about single use pencils,
mm,
right? And you have to sanitize twice before you get your pencil.
mm,
Sanitize when you're entering the room,
mm,
and after you're identified, you are sanitized. No, after you have been identified, I think you'll get the pencil and your marketing.
mm.
You are sanitized again. Either before you get the pencil or after, but you sanitize again before you put your finger in the ink. So I'm not even sure if they have a second of a different exit.
So you telling me, say you for instance, you decide say you go vote and you carry a Q-tip with you. And you tell them say you want to dip your Q-tip in the ink.
No, but that's not gonna help me.
Oh, I see, because somebody already dipped them finger in the ink. So you okay, I get you're not take no chance. All right. Unless there's another bottle there that is sealed and them open up that for you.
Right, that's it.
I get you.
In fact, I'd rather me open it myself and get the seal cut.
Or it wrap it shrink wrap in a plastic, so you pull off that and then you get crack again as well. Clip.
No, I don't want to shrink wrap. No, I just want to get the bottle crack because anybody can shrink wrap anything. Don't trust these people. A lot of people over the years have done a lot of shortcut things.
What's the ink bottle look like?
No idea.
No idea?
No, but a flat bottle. My memory with like a sponge in there. And all that also, that's another thing because you don't know what the sponge or whatever can absorb. They are telling you that the ink is mixed with some alcohol-based something that will eradicate any virus. I don't believe that.
You said kill COVID.
Since we don't know nothing about COVID, them can't tell me so them know. Because them know them not tell me.
They cannot tell us that kill it at all.
No.
True.
Like when I spoke to the candidate, and this argument a friend of mine gave me also is that him say it's the same as going to a supermarket and picking up an item that somebody had picked up before.
COVID and
So
touch.
there's a possibility that COVID is on it. So I say yes, I agree completely, except when I go home, I take a shower immediately before I do anything. So anything I touch, and when I take my shower, I scour my hand before I start the rest of my body. But some say, what's the difference? I said the difference is that the ink stays on for 2 or 3 days. It's not something you can wash off with nothing at all. You have to make it wear off. And that would mean that I couldn't use my hand to do nothing for the next 2 or 3 days. Because let's say COVID can't penetrate your skin. But as long as it's on your hand, then you can put it to your face or you can put it on somebody else or something. And if I can't wash it off for a few days, that means you actually having me become a one-hand person.
Well, there's a lot of Flavius out there who will not be voting Thursday. I guess there's a lot of people in your same position who are thinking the same way. Not go ahead and end up voting.
I personally, I don't think people with underlying conditions should take that risk.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of
If he's a young boy, young girl, not a care in the world, sure, no problem. But people who it has been proven in our countries that the people with the underlying conditions are the ones that get hardest hit.
You mentioned that college, right? Some colleges right now. A doctor this morning was saying that since a lot of students turned up for college, there have been reports that COVID, have been detected in a number of students. So some college have, quarantine off some students, while some of them now are still testing and finding that, students are having it. So the thing is, they're saying you can't send them home now to the parents. You got to keep them at the college, quarantine them off. And this was the same thing a lot of teachers were saying why they weren't going back in the classroom, because they know that students were going to be infected. So,
yep,
it happened. Because, this was the thing that some people were saying. No, one teacher guy in Florida here, him definitely, resigned because his mother-in-law, she have underlying condition. And him say him love him students, them dearly. Him will do anything for them, but this time, him cannot take that journey. He's not going to go in the classroom. So, him resign. Yeah, I think my mother-in-law. So him resign.
Yep.
No, the same thing with another teacher. She quit because she have a child who is medically ill as well. And the reason for her quitting, she was saying, no, she go in a classroom. She don't know what she taking back home to her child. Another guy, him and him 16-year-old son, living at them basement, moved to the basement because his daughter is sickly as well. So him lock off the door, so him have to enter through the garage. And food, if him wife cook, she have to put it at the at the front of the garage for them and thing.
Mm.
And him say, because him is a teacher. And that's the fear where him have. Him don't want to see him family. Especially him daughter. Because him don't. If him see him wife, chances are him don't know him a pass on to she and she'll take it to the daughter.
Mm.
So some of those people out there who they're doubtful that this thing why it no exists or is a hoax or whatever, and them and say them now wearing a mask and thing like that. Good, it's all good for you. I can't tell a man what him for do. For him life, you understand me? A man do what him feel for do.
So, except it's not film life alone, you know. It's your life too.
No, but them people that now come around me, cause me not go around them either. Me not go around nobody.
That's it.
You understand me? Especially if me know say boy, you know wear no mask, nothing at all. Your belief or your faith in the Most High is so strong that them say God help those who help themselves. And if him a try tell you say big man you have to help yourself and you go back in the scripture and say boy there's another part of the scripture where say this and that about faith, you know. Yeah, when you get hit with it. And you go see, you know, him go say, but me that tell you, say, for wear, them that tell you for wear a mask, you know. And there's a saying, say, boy, me help those who help themselves. You never want to hear. So me understand your position, big man. Saying, life come first.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Stay away.
Not to mention, you have a family member you have to take care of as well.
No, that is it. That is the biggest thing on my mind.
I mean, one election won't be nothing, you know? It won't be nothing.
No, I always like to vote. 'Cause I always like to feel that I exercise my right. I mean, no matter if the person who I vote for lose, no matter, but at least me, you know. Because me now go to go beg them nothing like that. But it is also important that we understand all the ramifications of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was very irresponsible of the government and the electoral office and whatever. You need to think through all the possibilities, especially in a situation like this. We're not talking about a man might get a little cool or whatever. We are talking about, in fact, they're saying with people who fire gun or whatever, and them say, you know, you can't take back a gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing. You can't take back COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it would have cost them any more money just to say to that company, we need some single use ink thing to work with. Because even without COVID, that was a bad practice from beginning.
Mm-hmm.
People have all kind of disease. And, you know, we still just make it pass. And now we're in that crisis now. We just don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't think about it.
You know, since the COVID, this morning I was watching some football documentaries, and there was one in particular with some fans, some supporters cheering and shouting, you know. And I'm looking at the supporters facing each other, and I'm saying the amount of spittle flying in the faces, you know. But because they're in that, what you call it, that jubilation, they're not feeling it. So just imagine now when they start bring back fans into the stadiums and they're not wearing masks. You can imagine what, because it happened in Belarus. And Belarus government were denying that there was such thing as COVID until eventually when they realized the numbers were going up and higher, they started to, start telling them, say, all right, we got to minimize the amount of people that they're letting in the stadiums and things like that.
But Franco, guess what somebody tell me last week? He say, you know where one leg of the COVID? What name? Buzuzela.
What is Buzuzela?
Or something like them thing them blow, man.
You mean that little aunt thing them blow at the games?
Yeah.
Where it came out in 2010 at the South Africa World Cup.
Yeah. Because them see that amount of stick will come out of that.
Well, them have to just ban them out of it. Because I think they still use them though. Because I don't remember seeing them.
Man.
I don't remember seeing them at games.
Them use them in the political campaign.
Jamaica. Okay, Jamaica. But in the stadium, them not have them in the stadium them no more, man. Them not use them in the stadiums. Because they're too noisy.
If you in a massive crowd, bus and that, and everybody is packed. and then blowing that.
It's like a man of spray water gun by you.
Yeah. Those are no longer droplets, you know.
Them they're pulp. Oh my gosh. No, bathing can help you, but every show is supposed to dead already. Them think the banning of the stadiums, them now. So, yeah. But I never know, so them still use them in Jamaica. Wow.
Yeah, man, I hear every day them guys pass and blow, man.
Back in the days, them used to have the motorcade there with the guy with the what you call it, with the on top of him car and him attack.
Yeah, man.
And them things that still not going.
Yeah, man.
Okay, then that alone them need, man. Them don't need the man for a blow and a make up nice.
But remember, those are the individual man expressing themselves, you know.
That is an annoying little instrument in a bass. Because I them ban it because them say it was so annoying at the World Cup. Them say FIFA said no more of it.
Yeah, no, it's very annoying.
Yeah, man, very annoying.
But the good thing about the world, we have not had any major campaigning as far as them things is concerned. Very low key.
So that's a plus, right? Yes, so that's a plus.
Yeah. And I know that over the years, election day has always been a sober day.
Mm-hmm.
Even in 1980, we had so much problem. The election day was a total different thing from the other days.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you have a lot of security people out, and, everybody just wants to be dignified then. But nobody want to show them colors. So they go and vote. What's the other talk? But I don't normally see any too disturbing thing on election day itself. Is that everybody try not to go out, although it's not a holiday. But if you go out, you shouldn't have a problem.
Let me ask you something, because yesterday I saw Yesterday I saw we are shift a little bit after the election. Yesterday I saw something about Cuba dollar taking a dive. The US dollar take over in Cuba as them, so what you call it, CUC plummets. That's what the CUC is like Cuba money, right?
Not really.
Wait, because I know you know something a little bit about the Cuba inside Cuban
Yes.
currency. So you hear anything coming out of Cuba?
No.
Mm-hmm.
But Cuba used to have
All right, yes.
a kind of dual,
So we find something
a kind
here.
of dual, a kind of dual system.
I find something where it's Cuban government policy these days has put the US dollar back on a pedestal while the CUC takes a dive. And them say
Oh,
Cuba has three
that must be.
currency circulating, but most
Mm-hmm.
Cubans receive salary only one, the regular peso, which is
That's
the
all.
yeah,
That's right.
which is
That's
the CUP, and the CUC was originally introduced in 2004 and is what most
okay.
tourists use on the island.
So what is that?
I don't know. I don't know what the CUC is, but I would figure so maybe is the US currency them I talk about
Unless it's a Canadian dollar.
because them say most tourists use this money.
Probably you change out the US dollar to that because they used to accept US dollar, and then I'm not sure if it's when Trump came in or whatever, but there was a problem with the US dollar and then stopped accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
But they used to accept, so they probably changed it out of the airport and you have to use the CUC. But I don't know what that is. I know they usually use the American dollar or any foreign currency really.
Okay.
But you have to understand, Cuba has more than one financial system called that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the people who get salary in peso, that's the normal Cuban money.
Mm-hmm.
Certain industries are allowed to sell the stuff and collect foreign currency.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tourism industry, the arts and craft, industries like those are allowed to get foreign exchange directly. They can sell for whatever money you have. They can sell for that. I don't know how they work it after that,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that they collect them because I've actually bought stuff and paid for it in US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So if I like to go to a club, they take US dollars also. So when I went over there, I didn't go and change out any money. So I don't know what the Cuban money look like. I never change out anything.
You just roam through with what you have.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Papa. Well,
So they have more than one system
mm,
of currency that them allow.
all right.
Yep.
That's that.
Panama don't even print a dollar bill.
Them use everything.
The only Panama money you can get is in coins.
Mm-hmm.
They dollarize from birth, and the US dollar is legal tender.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't have any problem like Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I spoke to a friend of mine who was a top economist. Early. This would be in the 90s. And I asked him, what should Jamaica do? And he said, and if we had done that, we'll be sitting pretty now.
Mm.
But we didn't do that because certain people would not be as rich as they were. I wouldn't be able to control the economy as they do because a dollar is a dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Who live, live, who dead, dead. But now, with this floating dollar situation, we are at 150 to 1, and certain people control that. They bring it up and bring it down as they wish because they have strength of cash and they have strength of foreign cash too.
Mm-hmm.
And that is destroying the country. And like the finance minister is telling you all kind of crap
There's something.
about
There's something.
about
Okay, go on. Finish up, and I will come to you about.
about saying don't look at the size of the dollar, look at the inflation rate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he never got supermarket yet.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're in a bad way. If you saw the comparison that people did with the rest of the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
the biggest state of the Caribbean, I think, is 1 to 6. I think it's 1 to 6 in Trinidad. And then for most of the Caribbean is 1 to 2.7.
Mm-hmm.
And Barbados is 1 to 2. I think most of Bahamas is 1 to 2 too. And we are 1 to 150. How are we surviving? Why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all artificial. It's not real. It is not real. This is what will kill the poor is dead already. I don't know what else we can do to them.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor is the ones that is spending the money because the most money spent is spent downtown Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other people in open money, they must spend their money. Them shop in Miami and all these things.
Mm-hmm. So
No, anybody who go into government next on Friday, have to know that is a major thing they have to deal with. This whole financial situation. Because everybody is telling you, oh, we're doing well and financial deals and I can't see
so hold on there.
at 150 to 1. And we're doing well. I can't see it.
You better get involved you better be one of them activists, with them on the front line when it comes to monitoring these politicians, You better make sure you are send them your email and keep abreast of everything while going on, You better make them depend on them toes. Because you have so many concerns. So you better make sure, boy, when the government farm, you involved in it.
So a proposal to send because there's a lot of things what them should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
They should be doing. A simple one. Let me tell you a simple one that they should be doing. When the election is run like this run, and Thursday, Friday we have a member of parliament. He might be a PNP, he might be a JLP.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he's a PNP. For you to speak to him, you have to go to the PNP office.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Completely wrong. So we don't want to talk to the Prime Minister. You don't go to JP headquarters. Or we don't want to talk to the headquarters. Prime Minister of our office. And the leader of our office. And the mayor of our office. So how come the MP don't have office?
Well, as this put that on top of your list as well. Add that to your list. Add that to your list.
What?
How comes
No, that is the front.
Yeah, add that to your list. I'm expecting that with all of these things that concern you, and you're talking about it on the podcast, you going to
Yeah.
put it to these politicians and
Yeah,
let
man,
them know
I will
that
do a document.
yes, all of this need to be done. So you have to be.
Let me tell you one another. Let me tell you another thing that I come up with. When a member of parliament gets in power, first thing him should do is create a citizens committee, non-partisan, of course, and they, that is a group that he will agree to meet with.
What's going on there?
Yeah, just a little
Okay.
moving up and down. Yeah. My brother lost his radio for a few minutes
Okay.
under his chin. Yeah. He creates this committee, this organization, and they are the one who will guide him as to what is needed in the community. So that broad-based group, with students and this and that and whatever. And they will make sure it moves in a certain direction. Because too many of these MPs, when their term is up, they have nothing, and I said nothing to show that they have achieved. And I think that needs to stop.
Okay. Well, I know
And
you.
it can't be coming up with all these ideas. And then nothing ends up doing, or it becomes a partisan stuff. Things like that. Plus, you have to report to them, like say, whatever period that they decide, so they know exactly what is to do, what he has taken to Parliament, because again, give him stuff to take to Parliament, and what is Parliament's reply, things like that. And all this is documented. And that should be for all MPs, all constituency. So we have what you call that now? Accountability. So if an MP come and don't do nothing, or don't do what the community needs, it's not on him. Because this group is the one that's supposed to show him and guide him and help him. Everybody needs to do that. And among other things. Because if I did a document similar to that for a politician already, So it's not nothing new, it's something that we know it works, how it should work, and what needs to be done. Because these guys come and don't do anything. Drive up and down. I can't get this. Them went to Parliament and them waiting for this man who's the minister of that. And them double money and this and that. We want a business structure. Put it that way. We want a business structure that everybody can see what is happening, what is not happening, and know that, somebody can build some house over here, the government offering some art school over here, some courses, some this. These are the system needs something like that
Well,
for every
no
and that's
no politician is like that no more. They're about themselves first. They want to be career politicians. So them don't think about
yeah, but
the people who send
yeah,
them
so
there or who elect them. You know.
we're not worried about we not worried about that. At the point I'm making, we're not worried about that. We are putting things in place to make sure whatever agenda I'm up himself, no problem.
But them
But
not
this
do it.
is our agenda.
Them still not gonna fulfill it. None of them not do it. Them are gonna tell you, so oh, we never have enough time to do this, so we're gonna need a second time. Uh,
No. But if it's set up like what I tell you, and
Hey.
and you are meeting every month or whatever, you can ask for a recall, you know.
That's exactly what me just gonna lick you with. We need to start recalling them because it never happened in Jamaica yet. But it happened here. I've seen many times them recall politicians. And you know, say when the recall come around, them lose. They always
Not,
lose.
you know, most lose.
Always
I never
lose.
heard about it in Jamaica.
Always lose. Anyway,
Although
we come to the end.
in my kingdom.
We come to the end, boss. So we have time has
Okay,
run out
boss.
on us. So, tomorrow we have Aisha
Miss Aisha Commissioner.
Commission
Yes.
with us. And
Yes.
she's gonna be
And she's a great
she's a what?
artist. She's into the arts.
Oh, is she a choreographer? She's a
Yeah, man.
choreographer.
And also a performer.
All right.
Yeah.
So tomorrow.
And she's very celebrated.
All right. She'll be here with us tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's time for us to get out of here. So let me hear your 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay. Oh, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow we're having, we just spoke about a while ago, and Thursday we'll have Don as usual, but interspersed with Don we will have a little coverage, not a great deal, but a little coverage of the Jamaica elections during the day. Nothing about who's winning or who's losing, but just how the mood of the day is going in different areas. And Friday, we will speak literally about who had won the election in Jamaica and, you know, what the winning person will say about where they are taking the country. But most importantly, Friday will be, so we are asking you to join us and celebrate the 100th episode with us. And you can send in your greetings or, whatever, or you go to the chat room and interact with us in the chat room, or for the complete program on Friday. So that's what we're going to do on Friday. Talk about you, how you have enjoyed the 100 episodes that we have achieved. So that's about it for this week. That's about it for this week. And remember, today is the 1st of September. For most people, the year starts today. So let's put our best foot forward. And always remember, especially coming home to visit their family in Jamaica, remember, you need to respect us out here. Respect us on the rock. And the protocol, if you come to Jamaica, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. If you don't have 2 weeks to quarantine, stand where you're there. Do not come. do not come and infect us. Go through the protocol so everybody is nice. And on the other side, on the D side, discipline. And we're talking about Jamaicans in Jamaica now and everywhere. You have to wear your mask. You have to keep away from people as far as you can. And I say, follow the protocols as relate to leaving your house and coming back home. I'm always saying that you need to keep your house sterile. And when you go out, you come and you stop somewhere outside your veranda or whatever, and you shed your clothes and head for your shower. That when you actually sit down in your sterile home, you need no mask, you can't touch your face, you can't do anything you want because the place is sterile, and you keep it sterile by not bringing in, not walking in your house with the shoes you just come from outside. Make sure your outer clothes is taken off and put away to go in a separate wash. It might seem very, very like too much, but that is the protocol that the people have given us, and for the most part, it seems like that works. And for your peace of mind, you should look in that, for your peace of mind to say, yes, I wash off myself good. So any droplets that keep my way, anything I touched that had the virus on there, I wash it away before you touch your kids, hug up your wife. You do all of these things before you make yourself available to them. Very, very important. So is the respect and the discipline, R&D, from the real stuff.
You finish?
Yeah, man.
You kill my minute, man.
No, man.
You got more than a minute. Anyway, I want to give thanks to all those in the chat room who participated today. Courtney, Audrey Hall, and to all our listeners or viewers who view us today but didn't participate. We want you to like, share, and subscribe as well. So until tomorrow, take care of yourself, your loved one, and always remember that prayer do changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. Keep on praying, continue to pray. Tafina to take us out.
Unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. I have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye clean where I is. I said, yeah. I find you very hard to resist. With this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I talk aside. Me happy. Take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah,
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless. Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.